Hey, it's me again and I'm back. Um, it's been a while. I'm sitting here and you know how I do. I will keep on recording and stopping and recording until I find that one thing, the one thing that really centers me in conversation. And I will talk about that. I'm going to try to do what I always try to do is keep this on under 10 minutes. I was going to talk about what I've been doing or what I've been up to, but I'm going to boil that down to this. I've been exploring who I am as a person in a relationship, a romantic relationship that's full of friendship and love and caring. It's hard to learn things about yourself when you're constantly single or alone. Um, Not because you're obtuse or anything. It's just that you can't pull yourself from yourself and examine you. Someone else, unattached, has to do that. And the more intimate the connection is, uh, the more raw things can be. The deeper the truths can go. That's something I've always craved, and I've been fortunate to find that now. I am currently surfing a realization that I'm struggling. I'm struggling because I feel like there is a unifying thing that happens with everyone that I've attempted to date or have been in some type of situationship with, or even a friendship to a certain degree. I'm an intense person. There's a lot in me. And I could explain that more thoroughly, but I'm just not comfortable with doing that at this point. I think I'm doing a pretty good job being as transparent as I am with this. But there's this, there's this kind of constant uh, thing that I catch from several people, and it's you're too much, and you're too much is really, um, really close to you need too much. You need so much. Takes a sip and pauses because damn. It also fucks with me because imagine being told how amazing and how multifaceted and how cool and how fantastic you are, but the moment that you need there to be some type of consistency back in very nuanced and specific ways, and not with everything across the board, that is when that echoes the loudest. I find myself struggling with wanting to change me. Um, and if not changing me, possibly changing how I see people and how it is that I engage with them, how open I can allow my heart to be. Please spare me the whole no, you don't change for people. It's not changing for them. It's difficult to constantly be too much and support um, people emotionally in ways that they cannot support you or will not. Most of the people that I've encountered will not support me in those ways. And the funny thing about it is, a lot of them I never ask or never even allude to that thing because I already know that it's a limitation for them. Not because they said it, but it's because of how they move, how they show up, how they engage with others. I just never bring it up because what the fuck are we gonna talk about? I already know what it is. If it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's a fucking duck. So, but I used to be afraid of becoming a person who would have to box other people in because I feel like each person is so capable of so many wonderful and beautiful things, and they're so multifaceted. Why would I want to box them in? Why can't we all be floating galaxies that as long as our planets don't collide, we can just kind of intermingle and my planet with six rings is next to yours, and yours is green and mine is purple magenta, and then our moons are next to each other, and because of refractory there's a rainbow that glows when they're sitting next to each other. Why can't we do that? We can't. I don't know, but that's not really how it works. Well, that's not how it's worked for me. um Now my mind has shifted from boxing people in to boxing parts of myself. And if not boxing parts of myself, then perhaps it's splintering. All sides, all signs point to a kind of splintering. Um, One of the things that I've been fighting against is making separate accounts, and keeping them active in Second Life, because I acknowledge that all of these different aspects of me are all in one me as a whole. What I'm seeing now, and and mind you, I already know that alone, each one of these aspects are wonderful, but it's when they're all lockstep and engaged that is when the fucking aurora borealis pops out. That is when that is when I walk in sand and you see the imprint. There are little jewels and gemstones that are buried in. That's when I speak, the air smells of everything sweet and pungently wonderful. That is the best of me when all of it's engaged. I don't know. Maybe I sound weird. Have you ever felt like you had to box parts of yourself up or splinter them? Because to have them together is just too much for nearly everyone you deal with. This is part of the reason why I stay away. Not to mention the fact that with each one of those aspects, I'm hyper sensitive to other people's energy. Even if it's not towards me, if it's not declared and not expressed and there's no transparency, how am I supposed to know that it's not towards me? I don't know. Especially if they don't have a handle on how it is that they deal with their energy. So we have these two things going on, and it makes me consistently feel like an alien to everyone, even the ones that I love and who I know love me. I do not feel like I belong. I've never felt like I've belonged anywhere except for in the stars somewhere. or between the words that I write in poetry. Like, I don't know, a little stick figure jumping from word to word, dancing to the melody of how it comes out of my own mouth as I speak each word in rhythm. I belong in the inflection of each song that I sing and the frustration of of the disappointments that arise when I do not live up to my own standards of perfection. But tangible spaces or spaces in people's hearts, I do not feel that there is enough space there a lot of times. So it makes it easier for me to isolate. Maybe I hadn't recorded a video because of this truth. And please know that this vulnerability is not a cry for help for someone to come reach out to me and save me, because I'm used to being my own hero consistently. Um, but I did say that I would use this as a means to be, I don't know, a kind of active diary. There are a million different parts of me right now screaming to delete this video and not use it. And I think that that is precisely why it is the one that I will be posting. It is a far cry from everything I had intended to talk about, which was everything outside of me. But as usual, I always choose the thing that sits within. That's one thing I'm so proud of myself about. And no matter how much pain it is and how much difficulty people have with my candor in that, I somehow find the strength to continue on with it. I don't believe in resolutions, but I will say this. I hope that you too can find a piece of strength to hold on to the galaxy within you, the parts that are too much for people, that 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 make you feel special, and that you don't listen, and that even if it does hurt, that you're able to feel it and let it wash over you and keep going. I don't know how I'm gonna move forward, but there's my truth. Happy January, and I hope to have the bravery to have more videos like this. Even if no one understands a damn thing what it was that I just said. Thank you.